Lesson 8.4 is about angles. So we're going to fill in the blanks on a note-taking sheet. The first blank says that it is something that's made up of two rays with a common endpoint. That would be an angle. And now we have four different little terms that describe how wide an angle is. An angle that is small, that's less than 90 degrees, is a cute little angle. It's acute. If an angle is exactly 90 degrees, then it's called a right angle. And you'll see it marked on an angle using the little square in the corner of the angle that indicates that it's 90 degrees. An angle that's between 90 degrees and 180 degrees is called an obtuse angle. And then if you have an angle that's exactly 180 degrees, it'll form a straight line, so we call it a straight angle. Now we have some more definitions, but we're going to look at them using this diagram. First of all, here at the top, this ray is shared by angles 1 and 2. So we see this ray here is a common side or ray for angles 1 and 2. So that tells us that these are adjacent angles. They're called adjacent because they're right beside each other. Now, just to the right side of this diagram, it says the sum of angles 2 and 3 is 90 degrees. We see this little box here for angles 2 and 3. And I'm just going to shade this in. We have angle 2 and angle 3 here that comprise this. And since they add up to 90 degrees, they are complementary. Complementary. They go together, they add up to 90 degrees because they go together, they complement each other, they're 90 degrees. Now, at the bottom of this page, we see that angles 1 and 4 are opposite of each other. So we have angle 1 here, and we have angle 4. And they are opposites. They're formed by two lines that cross, and they're on opposite portions of those two lines. So these are called vertical angles. Then angles 4 and 5 form a straight line that adds up to 180 degrees. We see that right here. And everything on that side of that line is what angles 4 and 5 are made up of. Since they add up to 180 degrees, they're called supplementary angles. Example 1, angles A and B are complementary. We see in the diagram they add up to 90 degrees because we have the little right angle symbol. Find the measure of angle B. So since they're complementary, we can say that the measures of angle B and A equal 90 degrees. And we know that the measure of angle A is 55 degrees. So we'll just solve this. I'm going to subtract 55 from both sides of this equation. It'll cancel on the left side, and we just have the measure of angle B. And on the right side, 90 minus 55 is 35. So the measure of angle B is 35 degrees. You could go back and check it and say, okay, I got 35. Do 55 plus 35 add up to 90? Let's see, 55 plus 35, they do add up to 90, so that works. Example 2, we're going to find the value of x. Well, we have to start looking at what information we're given. We're given x and 3x, and we see they make up this straight angle. So I'm looking to find out their value. Since they make a straight angle, that means that x plus 3x add up to 180 degrees. So I could solve that little equation for x. So x plus 3x is 4x, which equals 180. And then to get x by itself, I'll divide both sides by 4 to get that x equal 45. So that's the value of x. I could go back in here and check it. I could plug it into my information here, and I could say, well, x is 45. 3x is 3 times 45, which would have to be 135. And if I add 45 plus 135, do I get 180? Yes, I do. So it did work.